Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day look. I'm just starting out with some full cover tips and I'm going to be painting them white. I do one layer of the white on all the nails, then I cure that for 60 seconds and then I do a second layer of the white and cure that for 60 seconds.
Baby, just take a leap of faith. Come on, just take my hand. 'Cause our private's irreplaceable. You don't see this kind of love anymore. It's special, one of a kind, yeah. I know, together. If you let me be your girl, we'll take over the world. Together we'll go high, we'll make the most of life. If you let me be your girl, I can wait for the day.
After curing the second layer of white, I'm going to take these neon pigment powders and I'm going to be applying them in rainbow order onto the nail. I'm just using a little like makeup sponge thing and just pressing them down into that sticky layer that is left on the white gel polish. I was trying to get them to blend into each other like an ombre, but that was really difficult to do. I don't know if it's the powders themselves and they're hard to blend, or if it's just my technique and how I was doing it that was making it so they didn't blend.
But I promise I am honest. I care about you. Maybe it's time. So let the past go, turn the page, let me in. If you let me be.
After I get all the pigments on, I take this fan brush and just brush off all the excess powders that are on the nail.
Let me be your girl. If you let me be your girl.
Now I'm just going to be taking a top coat and I'm going to be creating hearts all over the nail. I saw someone, I can't remember if it was on TikTok or Instagram, and I forgot to like take a screenshot or screen record it. But they did something similar to this, but instead of doing hearts, they just did dots, and I thought that looked really cool. And I thought it would be a cute idea to do hearts for Valentine's Day. So that's just what I'm doing. I started out just trying to do all the hearts at once before curing, but then I noticed that the top coat was kind of like spreading and running. So then I went to just doing one heart and then flash curing, and then doing another heart and flash curing, and just doing that until I was finished. And to do the hearts, I just take my dotting tool and I do 2 dots next to each other, and then I take a liner brush and I just connect them down into a point to create the heart.
See this kind of love anymore. It's special, one of a kind, yeah. I know, together. If you let me be your girl, we'll take over the world. Together we'll go high, we'll
I got the hearts all done, I did a final cure for 60 seconds to make sure that everything was completely cured. And then I'm taking this paper towel with some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm trying to wipe off the powders that aren't under that top coat. This was really hard, and like I had to put a lot of pressure onto the nail and like kind of scrub it really hard to get all the powders off. After trying to get the pigments off of that nail and seeing how hard it was to do that, I decided to try just using acetone to see if that worked better, and it did. It was a whole lot easier to wipe away those pigments, and I wasn't having to put so much pressure onto the nail. And now I'm just moving on and doing the same process on the ring finger or the ring nail, and I also do it on the pinky nail. I wanted to do rainbow for this Valentine set because I'm not really a huge fan of the traditional traditional Valentine's Day colors like the reds and pinks. Those are my least favorite colors, so I wanted to do something a little different.
You can say what you want. I already know it's destiny. Maybe you should stop resisting it. I understand it can be scary, but you'll be safe in my arms, baby. Just take a leap of faith. Come on, just take my hand. 'Cause our vibe is irreplaceable. You don't see this kind of love no more.
here's what they look like once I got all the hearts on. I did redo the thumb and the middle nail because the thumbnail, I wasn't happy with it. The first few hearts there kind of look like bell peppers instead of hearts, so I went ahead and redid that nail. And then the middle nail, when I was trying to remove the pigment powders, I cracked down at the like free edge, and then while I was showing you guys, I ended up cracking the top part, like up by the cuticle. And I don't know if it's because these press or these full cover tips are on the like weaker side, I guess, and you need to put like acrylic or builder gel or poly gel or something on top to make it stronger, or if it was because I did have to put a lot of pressure on it when trying to scrub off the pigment powders with the alcohol, and that is why I ended up switching to using acetone to remove the pigment powders. So going into this nail set, I wasn't sure what I was going to do on the pointer or ring nail, but I knew I wanted to do the rainbow hearts on the rest of the nails. So while I was doing that, I decided I was going to do the like heart flame that was popular around Valentine's Day last year. So I went ahead and painted those two nails white, and then I wiped them off with alcohol to take the sticky layer off, and now I'm just doing the flame with the white gel polish. To do the flame, I just draw a line going up the middle of the nail, and then I leave a space between that line and the top part of the flame, and I start out by making like a half U that like flares out at the top, and then I go on the other side and do the same thing, and then at the base of that U I round it out and bring it in to kind of connect it to the line there at the bottom. I don't know if any of that made any sense, but you can kind of see like what I'm doing. I don't really know how to explain this properly to make it make sense on how I did this flame. But then after I got like the base shape of the flame down, I went in and just drew out the heart on the inside, but this ended up being too small and I had to make it bigger. I got that part of the flame done, I go to the bottom and kind of flare it out so it goes into like the smaller flames there on the side. And to do the smaller flames, I just do like a squiggly line that like comes to a point at the end. I don't know, I'm kind of really bad at explaining this, and I don't know if it's really making any sense, but you can just watch what I'm doing and hopefully it makes more sense. And after I got the flame all done and how I wanted it, I cured it for 60 seconds. And now I'm just taking those pigment powders and putting them in that same rainbow pattern down the flame. And I don't know why I decided to do it like this, because this was way more complicated than it needed to be by me doing it like this, because I got all the powder on and then I had to go in with a brush dipped in alcohol, or not alcohol, acetone, and clean up around it, and that was really difficult. And I ended up taking some of the pigment off of the flame with the alcohol while I was cleaning up, and at that point I realized I should have done it the same way that I did the hearts, where I put the pigment powders going all the way down the nail and then drawing the flame on top with the top coat, and then just wiping off the excess pigment powders with the acetone, which is what I did after I realized that this wasn't working out how I had planned.
You don't see this kind of love no more. It's special, one of a kind, yeah. I know, together, if you let me be your girl, we'll take over the world. Together we'll go high, we'll make the most of life. If you let me be your girl, I can wait for the day, yeah. I wake up next to you, then daydreaming about it. Come on, just take my hand, 'cause our vibe is irreplaceable. You don't see this kind of love no more. It's special, one of a kind, yeah. I know, together, if you let me be your girl, we'll take over the world. Together we'll go high, we'll make the most of life. If you let me be your girl, I know you've been hurt before, but I promise I am honest.
And it was at this point that I just gave up on trying to make that nail look good, because it was just being way too difficult. So I moved on to the ring nail, and I applied the pigment powders on, and then did the flame with the top coat. And on this nail I did the flame, and I had the space where I was supposed to do the heart, but I ended up forgetting to do the heart in the middle. I don't know how I forgot to do that, but I did, and I didn't realize it until after I had wiped off all of the pigment powders and the heart wasn't there in the middle. So I had to redo this nail again.
Be a girl, girl. Be a girl,
here's the nail once it was finished, and when I realized I didn't do the heart, so I just restarted, put the pigment powders on again, drew out the flame again, and I could have left this, like done this off camera, but I wanted to leave it in and like do it on camera so I could show you guys like how I actually did it instead of just leaving it out and like doing it off camera, even though I was so frustrated at this point because this set was giving me all kinds of problems. And this is what the heart flame looks like, and this is what the nails were looking like. I felt like they were like missing something, but I wasn't really sure what, so then I decided to add on some chrome powders, and I'm using this one from Charming May that I got off Amazon. And these containers, like they're small containers, but they also don't come with much of the powder inside of the container. I had never used this powder before, and this is how full it came, so you don't get very much. And so now I'm just taking one of the nails and I'm top coating it, and then I cure that for 30 seconds, and then I rub in the chrome powder with the makeup sponge thing, and then I also rub it in with my finger afterwards to make sure it's on there and it's all like rubbed in and everything. And I do each nail individually, so I top coat one nail, do the chrome powder, set it to the side, and then do that same thing with the next nail, and I just do that until I finish all of the nails.
You don't see this kind of love anymore. It's special, one of a kind, yeah. I know, together. If you let me be your girl, we'll take it by the world. Together we'll go high, we'll make the most of life. If you let me be your girl.
And now I'm just top coating the nails with a top coat that I have specifically dedicated for nails that I use chrome powders on, just because the chrome powders can like rub off onto the brush, and you don't want that to transfer onto another nail design that you don't want the chrome powders on. So you should have a separate top coat for your chrome powders. And I use this one from I believe it's from Gelish. I don't actually like this top coat at all. It's very liquidy, it's almost like water, and it's just not a very good top coat overall. It's you have to wipe it off because it leaves a sticky layer, but then like once you do wipe it off, it's not shiny and it's pretty dull, and I just don't like it. So whenever I use chrome powders, I go over with another top coat. Here I'm using my favorite top coat from GA and EN.
You can say what you want. I already know it's destiny. Maybe you should stop resisting it. I understand it can be scary, but you'll be safe in my arms, baby. Just take a leap of faith.
And this is how they look finished. I think they turned out okay. I think the heart and the flame is a little bit hard to see just because it's the yellow and the green are right there, and those are pretty light colors against the white background. Makes it a little bit hard to see, but they're alright. And they're not like, they don't really scream like Valentine's Day so much because they're not the traditional red and pink, but I think they do say Valentine's Day because of the hearts, and they kind of give off like Lisa Frank vibes to me, because Lisa Frank is like all the neon rainbow colors and all that. And you could also do these for Pride if you wanted to. I feel like they fit in with that too. Overall, they're not bad. They're alright. I like them.
If you let me be your girl, we'll take it for the world. Together we'll go.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.